Hey, come see me do stand-up in Ontario, California, Las Vegas, and Davenport, Iowa. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. This is Christopher Cole. He's an FDA executive officer of Countermeasures Initiative. Listen to what he said in this Undercover video. Watch this.
Biden wants to inoculate as many people as possible. So you have to get an annual shot.
So this is from back in January of 2022. That's from February of 2022, the first part, and the second one goes to January. So it's early 2022, this video was making Undercover.
Biden wants to inoculate as many people as possible. So you have to get an annual shot. It hasn't been formally announced yet. They don't want to rile everyone up. The drug companies, the food companies, the vaccine companies, they pay us hundreds of millions of dollars a year to hire and keep the reviewers to approve their products. If they can get every person required at an annual vaccine, that is a recurring return of money going into their company.
So how do you know it's already getting approved?
Well, they're not going to, just from everything I've heard, they're not going to not approve this.
Meet Christopher Cole, an executive officer at the FDA with over 20 years' experience who claims to be directly involved in the approval process of the various COVID vaccines.
I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a gradual thing. Schools are going to mandate it.
Why do they need the third one?
Well, the same reason you or I would need the third one. So the three will bolster your system. And then there will be an annual, eventually an annual, just like the flu shot.
For the toddlers?
Well, for everyone.
Okay, so the toddlers too then. We'll have to get it annually. Okay.
I don't completely agree with the process.
What do you mean you don't agree with the process?
Well, they don't have all the tests aren't there. So I agree with the thing that it is important to inoculate them. But you can't provide the parent as much a surety as you normally want to. It's an EUA for all age groups, all designations, and then you have to get approved by specific age groups based on the study.
Do you think it's really an emergency for the toddlers?
Well, they're all approved under an emergency. The ethics.
So just so you know, children were never at a risk from COVID. And that's according to, I've showed you that data. They're less at risk from COVID than they were from the flu. And as Bill Gates said, well, it has a low fatality rate. It affects most of the elderly, kind of like the flu, but a bit different. So all that stuff they told you was a lie. Young, healthy people were never at, they're saying we don't have the tests. Then this is a guy who's a part of it. He's part of the machine. He's part of the pro-vaccine machine, this guy.
Data doesn't have to be as high. The standard is on emergency use authorizations is that it does more benefit than harm.
I thought their cases weren't that high for 6 month to 4-year-olds.
They're not, but because it's related to COVID, it's under that approval process.
So I hadn't seen this before. So that's back when he was still with Project Veritas. So that's when they started getting rid of him. When he started to expose Big Pharma, they got rid of, what's his name? James O'Keefe. Isn't it amazing how people aren't pissed off? Isn't it amazing? And that was before they started. Now you're supposed to be on your 10th booster. Now you're supposed to be on your 10th right now. But as we all know, the vaccines are safe and effective. And they're fantastic. The FDA and the CDC say they're fantastic and that everybody should get it and get a booster. So who am I to say? They're fantastic. Hey, come see me do stand-up on tour in Ontario, California, Davenport, Iowa, Las Vegas, Nevada, Chicago, Illinois, a special video show with stand-up, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.